Endometriosis fatigue is real, and let me tell you, you are not alone. I thought I knew what fatigue felt like until I had excision surgery for my endometriosis. Whether you have endometriosis or you've just had surgery for endometriosis, you're bound to experience these two very common symptoms: pain and fatigue. Now, pain itself can induce fatigue, whether you're experiencing it chronically with endometriosis or just after surgery for endometriosis. For the most part, when we're in pain, we tense up. It induces a stress response, which in turn increases our cortisol levels. That in itself is exhausting for the body, especially when it's reoccurring. Now, chronic pain can be a result of chronic inflammation. And as women with endometriosis, or really anyone with a chronic condition or autoimmune disease, we experience chronic inflammation. Similarly, if you've had surgery for endometriosis, as I did 5 months ago now, in the initial days and weeks after surgery, your inflammation is high. Inflammation is an immune system response. It's a necessity for survival. It's a protective mechanism. But where it becomes dysfunctional, when the immune system is constantly switched on and inflammation is constantly being activated within the body. When the immune system is constantly activated in this way, it means that the body is constantly on guard. It can lead you to feeling like you're in fight or flight mode practically all of the time, which again means that your stress response is triggered and your cortisol levels spike. And that's exhausting for the body too. Think of it as your body's security guard being on call and being alerted and triggered every 5 minutes, night and day. This will effectively lead to burnout, because yes, it's not only when you're conscious during the day, it can affect your sleep too, which is why sometimes we're like, I've been in bed for hours, I've been asleep for hours, why am I not rested? Because it wasn't a restful sleep, because your body was still on guard while you're in bed. Hence, fatigue. So you're not rested during the day and you're not rested during the night. And as we all know, sleep is crucial to our overall well-being. So if we're not resting, we're not recovering well, and we're perpetuating a state of chronic inflammation, which is why I have been posting about the importance of adequate recovery after surgery for endometriosis. Not only have we been in a state of chronic pain and inflammation for God knows how many years, but we've just undergone an extremely traumatic event on the body via surgery. Those small incisions do not reflect the magnitude of what went on inside. And after surgery, your inflammation markers will rise, as will your white blood cell count, because they represent your body's immune system that has been fully activated to help you recover after such an invasive treatment. And if you're not able to adequately rest and recover during this very vulnerable time, and you're stressed about this, about that, about work, about what have you, you're not sleeping properly, that inflammation, that fatigue is going to persist. It's not just physical, by the way. It's psychological and emotional too. Remember, the body keeps the score. Whether it's anxiety, depression, low mood, lack of motivation, low energy, irritability, mood swings. These are all symptoms that feed fatigue. They go hand in hand. So what's helped me shift my post-op fatigue, albeit not completely? I'm going to share some of my tips. Firstly, talk it out. Saying the words out loud. I'm fatigued, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I feel like crap, like I can't do anything, my energy is at zero, helps you reach a level of acceptance. And this is coming from someone who does not do fatigue. And I'll admit, I felt quite ashamed to admit that I was still struggling with tiredness 2, 3, 4 months post-op, because nobody warned me that it was a possibility. So I just felt like it was my body dysfunctioning and that it was just a me thing. In fact, I think I only realized that I was suffering from chronic fatigue after my surgery when a woman commented on one of my post-op video updates, where she shared that she had been suffering from chronic fatigue syndrome after her surgery. Only then did it hit me, oh my God, that's what this is. It took such a weight off. I realized this isn't a me thing, this is an endometriosis surgery thing. And it doesn't help that we're all led to believe that surgery alone is a solution. It'll sort you right out. When in fact, women should be informed that surgery comes with its own bag of side effects, including fatigue. Secondly, acupuncture. Now, I've read about acupuncture and its benefits for women with endometriosis, and I've also heard from women who have tried acupuncture and when they stayed with it consistently that it helped with their management of their symptoms. So I never really tried it until after surgery, going into it with the initial thinking that it will help me physically heal. But what it actually did was relieve me of my chronic anxiety. I did not realize just how bad my anxiety was, how exhausting it is to constantly be in this fight or flight mode, until after it shifted. It took 2 sessions, which were really just your introductory sessions, to help open the energy pathways, chi, and my anxiety was completely gone. Thirdly, osteopathy. I'm going to delve more into this topic together with an actual women's health osteopath. For now, I will say that after seeing an osteopath, after my surgery to aid with my recovery. Again, not thinking that it would affect my chronic fatigue, my brain fog, but that's quite literally what it did. Osteopathy focuses on the body's interconnected systems. The osteopath used techniques to manipulate my body where needed in a bid to aid the body's self-healing properties. So for me, osteopathy helped get rid of any congestion in the body, which in turn dispelled any symptoms I was experiencing along the lines of brain fog, memory loss, low mood, and general tiredness. Red and near infrared light and cryotherapy are additional, more high-tech, let's call them, tools that I also found to be helpful with my fatigue. Cryotherapy is a form of cold therapy. It reduces inflammation, gives you that release of dopamine, pretty energizing. Red and near infrared light therapy is anti-inflammatory. It boosts circulation, it increases energy levels, and can improve mood too. And finally, lifestyle, including diet and movement. As I've shared, I choose to follow a predominantly anti-inflammatory diet. Anti-inflammatory for me, especially post-op where your inflammation is sky high. Movement is medicine. After surgery, I would go out for walks or I would do some mild, gentle stretching at home. The second it was safe to, I was back at the gym easing back into my workouts, which wasn't always easy. When you're fatigued, when you have a low mood, when your energy is depleted, you can't always motivate yourself to go out and exercise. Sometimes it would take someone needing to egg me on or to drag me out with them. Other times it's playing music that I know will get me in the mood to move. I'm not saying to go out for a run every day. I'm not saying to go lift heavy weights in the gym every day. It could just be 20 minutes twice a week. Believe me, it's much better for you than staying sedentary. Exercise is energizing and you get that dopamine release. The key is to know your limit and to not overdo it or to push yourself to the point where you exhaust yourself even further. A little goes a long way.